Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Atlanta News First Alert Desk here at 8 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Alan Devlin. I'm an anchor here with Atlanta News First. I hope this isn't the first time you've joined me here at the desk, 8 o'clock every day. Either Savannah or I are here. Savannah or me. Anyway, one of us is going to be here at 8 o'clock every day. And if this is your first time, welcome. Thank you for joining us. A couple of things I want to talk about here today. A lot of big stories happening right now in the metro area and here with Atlanta News First specifically. And that's kind of where I want to start because today we began allowing you all to reserve tickets for our St. Jude Dream Home giveaway. This is a big deal, and I want to walk you through it really quick. We've been prepping for this one for months, and really it comes down to you all at home. You have the opportunity to win a slew of really, really cool prizes, including, take a look at this house right here, $650,000 dream home. It's yours. Sitting up in Gwinnett County, it is still being renovated, still being built, brand new, and it could all be yours for the price of $100. That's how much reserving these tickets are, and you are allowed to buy as many tickets as you want, $100 tickets, and all of that money going to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital up in Memphis, where they are doing incredible life-saving work every single day. Thanks to operations just like St. Jude, 4 out of 5 children with cancer in their, 4 out of 5 children diagnosed with cancer are surviving cancer here in America. And it's a lot to do with the research that comes out of St. Jude. Each one of these children battling something that, you would never want anyone to deal with, let alone children, babies, 3 years old, 5 years old. Every one of these faces you're looking at right now, sitting in St. Jude, getting life-saving care and life-saving help. And none of them are having to pay for these procedures. They can be hundreds of thousands of dollars over years of treatment and diagnosis just to keep them alive, to give them that fighting chance. Imagine if your child got cancer and you were forced to pay $700,000, $800,000, $900,000 to keep them alive. Some people, it's just not feasible financially. St. Jude takes that out of the equation and allows these families to focus on life, to focus on beating cancer, and that's what you really, really want. So I want to go through a couple of some of the prizes and how this works. AtlantaNewsFirst.com/DreamHome. That's where you can go right now to reserve a $100 ticket for the chance to win that dream home. And it's not even just the house. You also have the opportunity to win a $10,000 Furniture Mart gift card where you can just go crazy at Furniture Mart. $10,000. You have the opportunity to win a $34,000 2023 Dodge Hornet. So that is a brand new car that you can drive away in, or a $2,500 Target gift card. That one actually goes tonight. So only the people that have bought their tickets before midnight tonight are going to have the opportunity to win that gift, and we're going to continue to give away those gifts based on the people who buy those tickets for the next several weeks up until August, when we give away that dream home. My favorite one is the $10,000 Delta gift card, dream vacation gift card, because that one is also on the line. $10,000 gift card. Anywhere you want to go in the world, Delta handles everything up to $10,000, but this dream home is the grand prize. $650,000. Now, we do cap how many tickets can go because we don't want too many people to be participating. We want to make sure that we are raising money, giving all that money to St. Jude, but also giving you guys a fair shot at actually winning these prizes. So we're only selling 15,000 tickets. Over 4,000 tickets have already been sold since we started this at 6 a.m. this morning. So you might not want to wait until the weekend or next week to go grab a ticket. They might be gone by then, guys. And then what? You're out a long list of these amazing prizes, including this house you're looking at right now, which you could have had for $100. A $34,000 car, $100. $650,000 house, $100. Delta Dream Vacation, $100. The list goes on. So make sure you go to the website, AtlantaNewsFirst.com/DreamHome, to have an opportunity to not only win one of these amazing prizes, but also help those children in Memphis at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital that I just showed you continue to battle cancer. It's a great cause, and we here at Atlanta News First are very happy to be a part of it. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is something that just kind of happened earlier today. YSL rapper Young Thug is hospitalized after falling ill in court. Right now, we are not sure exactly what kind of illness he is facing. All we know is that he was transported to a hospital after spending some time in court today, where he remains in the hospital right now. And we don't know which hospital, I should say. His team does not want that information broadcasted out of fear of his safety. But you know, Young Thug has been on trial for months and months and months. This is one of the longest trials in Georgia state history, where they're still trying to find jurors, seat a jury. We've talked about the lawyers who are working for what was at one point about $19,000 a year doing this trial. Were working exuberant hours. They have now been granted more money to be able to help out. But this one continues to chug along, and Young Thug right now sitting in the hospital. So we're going to continue to update you, and we'll get word on that. As soon as we know more about his condition right now, we'll be sure to let you know. And the last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is what's going down here at midnight tonight. Title 42 is expiring. And so for those of you who may not know, Title 42 is basically a pandemic-era law, regulation that prohibited, or at least gave border agents down the southern border and across the country, I should say, the opportunity to turn away would-be migrants, would-be immigrants, due to health concerns, due to pandemic-era health concerns, COVID-19, so to say. So it drastically reduced the number of people that could come into the country, but the pandemic is over. You heard the World Health Organization, you heard Biden last month basically saying like the numbers just don't add up for this to be a pandemic anymore, which is phenomenal. We've gotten out of this thing after what really felt like an eternity, 3.5 years to be exact, back in March 13th, 2020 when this thing got rolling. Here we are in March or May of 2023. So it's over, but now here comes concern from the government, from Texas state officials, from the United States Border Patrol. And so nothing's changing as far as additional concerns of what was before the pandemic, because the exact same rules and regulations are in place from before March 2020 that are going to be in place after midnight tonight, but it is still a massive influx all at once. We've got a CBS correspondent who is in Texas tonight talking more about it. Here's what he has to say.
The Biden administration is hoping that its new asylum policies both deter people from just showing up at the southern border and also help communities like this manage the migrants who are already here. Migrants lined up at the border in Yuma, Arizona this morning, trying to enter the U.S. with pandemic-era health restrictions set to end at midnight.
The lifting of the Title 42 public health order does not mean our border is open.
U.S. officials are warning migrants not to risk their life savings only to be sent back. A new policy prevents migrants from gaining asylum in the U.S. without first applying online or seeking protection in a country they already passed through. Those who repeatedly try to cross illegally could be barred from entering the U.S. for 5 years. Title 42 is still in effect, and already there's been a sharp increase in crossings. In fact, earlier this week, U.S. Border Patrol reported a one-day record of more than 10,000 apprehensions at the southern border. In Yuma, Arizona, first responders are prepared. They say injuries are common when migrants try and scale the fence.
We just expect to do our job and treat the patients with dignity and respect as we normally do.
Many migrants are following the rules. At a camp in Mexico, this 14-year-old girl is constantly refreshing her phone, hoping to get an asylum hearing for her and her family. Congressional Republicans are critical of the Biden administration border policies. The House votes on a bill today aimed at strengthening enforcement at the border, but the president has said he won't sign it. Here in El Paso, there are far fewer people camped out in front of this church than even yesterday, as the city tries to get migrants into some new temporary shelters, making space for whoever else may come. In El Paso, Texas, Jared Hill, CBS News.
And there you have it. And so the clock is ticking, and that's going to be something that carries over tonight, tomorrow, and into the next several weeks and months. We will see how the federal and the state agencies continue to respond to what I'm sure will also play a factor in the upcoming 2024 presidential election. That's all I've got for you guys today. You know what comes next, 8:10. Time to talk about this weather. It's Mother's Day weekend coming up. Actually, before I even go to that, take a look. This is a live picture right now looking over Midtown, downtown. Those clouds really started to roll out of here. Meteorologist Patrick Pete is going to be joining me now to walk you guys through what's coming up this weekend because, Patrick, we've got 2 first alerts to worry about, right?
Yes, sir. The winds of change are blowing. We've had a nice little stretch of relatively dry weather in comparison to some of the more erratic weather we've had since I've been here. And unfortunately, we're about to move back into one of those bumpy phases. So, good evening. I think it's Thursday. It's Thursday. Happy Thursday. Hopefully, you all are having a fantastic afternoon, evening. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock, evening. And yeah, you're here for the weather, so let's go ahead and jump right on into it. What we are tracking as we head into the day tomorrow is the first alert for some showers and storms that are going to start to slide through the area early afternoon, and they're going to linger through evening for some of us. This isn't going to be a continuous all-day affair, but they're going to start north and west of town, and they're going to gradually sink further south and east through the day. So we're just going to first alert the afternoon and early evening hours. Saturday looks relatively dry, still tracking a low-end chance of some showers, better chance on Sunday, and then we're first alerting Monday as another round of showers and storms looks to be kind of widespread. And heading back to work on Monday with showers and storms in the forecast, that's enough to give you a heads up. So we're going to go ahead and let you know you can expect that. Meanwhile, let's walk you through Friday. And you can see that we are going to be pretty dry to start off the morning, a mix of sun and clouds. You can already see showers and thunderstorms building through portions of central Alabama. That is going to gradually progress towards the east. And by around 12 o'clock, we're expecting some showers and storms, especially for areas north of Atlanta earlier on in the daytime. Let me throw up Facebook just so that I can see you all. Good evening, Carlston, if you're still there. I want to check out YouTube too. I still see a couple of people watching us on YouTube. Good evening to you there. And good evening to everyone at home that's joining us on Roku and Amazon TV and all these other different metrics that you guys can get us digitally. Hopefully you are having a fantastic evening as well. Here's that hour by hour going through the mid-afternoon. You can see that by 5, the bulk of that rain starts to sink further south of I-85. But I do think that folks are driving south on 85, 75, or any of those major thoroughfares that are heading out of the city of Atlanta. I think you could still run into some of those showers and storms. I think we're still going to have an active radar at 5, and we're going to see a lot of that energy start to subside once we get past sunset. We lose a lot of the destabilization, so things are going to trend a little bit drier heading into the overnight. Meanwhile, a few stray showers north of town early morning, better chances for those scattered showers and storms through the afternoon. Temperatures, because of the clouds and the rain, going to be a little bit cooler, so I do think that we're going to spend the bulk of the day in the 70s. A couple of isolated spots that can miss those storms may hit that 80-degree mark, but that will not be a widespread affair. Heading into the start of your Saturday morning, that's looking pretty good and comfortable. We're talking upper 50s, low 60s, pretty mild southerly flow. We're going to get into the upper 70s, low 80s around 12 o'clock. And then as we head into the afternoon, what do we get? Destabilization. So we get these pop-up showers and storms. Noticing that this coverage isn't overwhelming, but it's there. And we're going to see that all subside as we head into the evening. So with a weather pattern like this, I would never cancel my plans to be outside. Let's just face it. There's pools because, yeah, it's going to be warm enough to be in a pool. There's a lot of different graduations that are going on, and you just can't not go to a graduation because of pop-ups. We say this a lot, but it really is a useful tool. I use it myself. I'll be the first to admit that, much like you all, on my day off, I typically only look at radar probably twice. And I look at models if there's a system that's coming, but if there's not a system that's coming that day, that weekend, or on Monday, I pretty much, kind of like check radar a couple times, look to see what the temperatures are on my app, just to make sure that, that our forecasting is, on par, which it is because we're most accurate. But other than that, I'm trying to live my life or whatever. But I do have that First Alert weather app on my phone as well. So on days when there are pop-ups, I don't cancel my plans to be outside. I'm just kind of aware of what's happening. So if I'm going, to play basketball, or if I'm going for an afternoon run at Piedmont Park or whatever, I'm going to get that alert that showers are on the way. And most importantly for me, if there's lightning 5 miles away, it's going to tell me, hey, lightning's 4.8 miles from you, or whatever the case may be, and I can just, swiftly adjust. So that's what type of weekend we're dealing with. These pop-ups aren't overwhelming. There's not a cohesive line of them, but there's enough instability for you to at least be on guard. And we're going to rinse and repeat on Sunday, although I do think we have a better chance of seeing those showers and storms fire up in the afternoon Sunday. And temperatures are going to be a little bit warmer. We're talking about 90 degrees, the first time that we're hitting 90 since September last year. So looking forward to the warmth. And I know a lot of y'all are going to be in the pools, so do that. Just be dialed in. That's what we're going to say. 7-day forecast shows that after that warm-up heading into the weekend, temperatures will slowly cool. There's another first alert for Monday, showers and storms, mainly in the afternoon. Thank you, Siri. And as we head into the middle of the week, Tuesday, Wednesday, those rain chances decrease. We're looking at a drier trend heading into Thursday as well, with temperatures that are going to be falling into the low 80s. So a quite nice change from the next couple of days. So all you have to do is stay dialed in. You know, we're fine-tuning this forecast as we speak. New information is coming in, or just came in about 5 minutes ago, and meteorologist Fred Campagna is already back there dissecting it. I'm going to go and help him. You know, I'm also going to throw something in my stomach because, you know, but we're going to have the freshest information for you on these rain opportunities and where they should land. We'll have that for you coming up tonight at 9 on Peachtree TV and 10. And then a final look at the latest data at 11 on Atlanta News First. So, happy Thursday. Hopefully you're eating something good, thinking about, you know, the weekend plans, Mother's Day, weekend plans, maybe a little cookout or something. We're going to try to get you that accurate forecast so that you can plan all of those events. So here's that 7-day, and I will see you all tonight at 10.